Good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a soaked Imola. And I'm gonna be soaked as well, although if you have seen my Discord post in my Discord, you will see that I'm properly cooled now with some like these frozen elements from the freezer next to the, or like behind the fan, so I will be slightly less fried after today's stream. Yeah, I figured out that why not check the Porsche for once, but then I also figured out I need a setup. And I'm now figuring out what to do with the setup. Rear wing is max anyway, let's just drive. So this is ELMS something cup. I've not done this one yet. Normally I do the wake experience. Let me turn on the chat as well to greet you guys. Hello, good evening Pirate, Johnny and Raven and everyone else. The track is quite wet actually. And Porsche should be a great car for these conditions. And I have not driven it yet, to be honest, so... Yeah, I was quite in a... what's the word? Conundrum or something like that. Because I do have RAF esports liveries ready, but I have them for the cars that RAF races in real life. So McLaren, Lexus, well they use the Toyota Supra in real life, but here Lexus is the closest that you can get. And the Lambo. I have these three liveries, but I really wanted to check out the Porsche. And I think this is perfect conditions to check it out because of the extra traction and so on. Hello Joao. So 8-minute quali. I guess new wets, fuel, yeah, whatever. Wonder how dry it's gonna get. Because it's sunny. But there is rain forecasted for the end of quali. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of Dan Suzuki stream before and well, it looked wet. So let's see. I mean, it doesn't really look that wet. But the spray is quite intense. And let me know if the sound of the Porsche is a bit silent, I don't know. It feels like it's way more silent than some other cars. I can make it a bit louder. But the Lambo in the stream 1 week ago was so loud. Although supposedly all the engine sounds are kind of normalized. So funny to have this feeling of the rear on the Porsche. I drove a little bit of Mustang before at Sebring for a couple of laps. Perhaps I take it for the GT3 fixed after this. And that feels like a big car with something very heavy on the front, over the front axle. But this feels like the rear is just, I don't know, like it's got a rear steering. But still, it's quite nice, in a way, much better than before the update, but well, let's see. So this is Quali, so maybe this will be my... And the tires will still need a lap, maybe to warm up more. got surprised by how much grip there was on the brakes. I cannot do the RF2 things. I mean, Porsche has been always quite good in these conditions, but maybe Imola in particular could be really good for the Porsche because of the chicanes, and well, the Porsche has light front relatively, so it's easier to make the like weight transfer if you're not deep into ABS like this. Well, no purples for now yet. Ah, this is fuel times 2. Why do I keep forgetting about this? Well, anyway, I do one more lap, then refuel, and maybe I get time for another. Spray is gone suddenly. Slightly wet. Gentle on throttle. Feels slow, but if I push more, the rear is gonna snap. Purple sector, beautiful. And the guy in P1 I think has Gold 2 DR, which is quite good. One millisecond, but well, I take them both. 1 millisecond was provisional between the P1 and P2 for a moment, if you saw. Right, I don't even have time. What happens if I've not double checked it. I could like take a drive-through or like stop, go for speeding, but I don't know if it actually disqualifies me if I do it from too far. Because now I don't have time for an outlap, which is a bit unfortunate, as the track is drying up. I will be in trouble. Oh dear. I'm just gonna take it as a bit of practice. Well, the race start is gonna be dry then, if it doesn't rain now. But there was forecast for wet. It's just the normal Porsche GT3, no cup car here yet, or not sure if it's ever gonna come. Is this wet or slick conditions? I mean, now it's wet, but 3-4 laps and it's gonna be slicks. But can one survive the start on slicks and get completely eaten alive? Let's see what the others take. Still P1 on the grid, but most of people are still on their hot laps. Porsche Cup, of course. I've driven a bit too much Porsche Cup in RF2, so that was my first thought. But I don't think it's only Porsches, although it should be quite a decent car around here. Also, so many Lambos at Bahrain. In the previous week, like combinations. So drying line is emerging, still slightly wet. I don't know, do we take slicks for this? Eventually a pit stop will have to be made, you know, that's gonna take a long time. 45 seconds, I guess, drive-through plus tire change, or maybe 35. Yeah, the Porsche is for sure a good car for the wet, with the weight trend or like weight distribution that it has. The whole race on wet tires without changing. Copy. Yeah, I don't know. I'll press drive and then maybe escape if needed. I mean, I guess it's just full tank, right? There will be a bit of drizzle in the end. It can be different from race to race. It's not fully deterministic weather. A bit of chance going on. Ah, track is wet. Okay, yeah, no. There is no way we do slicks. I thought maybe it's still updating. I don't know. I did take full tank, right? Well, new wets, just in case. Tank is full. Although I don't even know the ratio that I should be taking. BMW in P2, that was a good lap from that car, which is not that great in the wet. Yeah, everyone on wets, of course. That's gonna be fun. I'm not looking forward to LMP2s crashing into turn 1. That's a combination I remember from the past. Big mess from LMP2s. Wait behind, but catch up. What to do? Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's survive. That's a lot of spray. Oh, that's... I don't know. brake early, I guess. Yeah, I don't see anything. The radar, having the radar is so crazy. Such a cheat code. Luckily, the pole position guy took it very easy. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's marginally worse visibility on camera, but I literally cannot see the apex. Like I turn in and then I see the apex. And my tiny pedal overlay is freaking out. Maybe I need to complete a lap or two to get the numbers. Don't rejoin. No. Okay, not too bad. Solar flare, yeah. Feels like that. There is no corner for that LMP2. I did take a little bit too high fuel ratio, but that's fine. We will have to box, right? Not sure if anybody's fuel saving here. But we are 3 laps short. That's a Lambo. Don't accelerate, thank you. That's gonna be quite a fight. He has some speed. A bit of contact, but that's fine. Probably. I didn't want it. But they are reluctant to widen that entry into turn 1 here, so contacts will happen. I think my ABS is too high. But I keep braking so early that P2 is getting caught up or something. Yeah, this feels more balanced on the brakes. How was it again? So each setting, oversteer, balanced and understeer, is like split according to like effective threshold front to the rear, and then within each of the divisions it's split further according to the threshold at which ABS activates. Hard to put it into words. That table that they posted was really good. Now that third gear has no power, low RPM. Good evening, Chad. You know, I am... it's wet a bit and I'm avoiding the wheel spin, but at the same time I'm forgetting that this engine needs to be revved very high. Okay, here it's second, fine. That TC is too high as well. This is the stock coach Dev setup that I loaded in practice. Slightly wet. Wonder if it's gonna go damp before the rain comes. Yeah, first is good. It's tiny pedal indeed. Temperatures are remarkably balanced front to rear. At least I'm getting some good exits. I think I struggle on brakes a bit compared to P2, but exits are good. Oh yes, Jake. I hoped the summer drinks arrived to your place. A bit of drying line forming. Need to stick the loaded tires onto it. Ah, here's the rain. This car feels fantastic, to be honest. Always in R Factor 2, it felt like it's potentially a good car, but it just needs crazy much of dedication to make it quick. And then in LMU it felt great in GT3 class, and then it felt completely broken in GT3 class, but this being my first Porsche GT3 race after the updates, I'm really pleasantly not surprised, because I knew it's gonna be good, but still quite delighting to drive it. Copy, Jake. I'm scared to properly throw the car in. Almost found the track limit. Can I explain the fuel calculator? I can. Basically this one here, it says how much virtual energy I used in the last lap, and then how much I need to use per lap to make 13, 14 or 15 laps in this stint. And then here, the middle one is like orange is energy remaining, blue is fuel remaining, and how many laps I can do more with the current consumption underneath. I mean, I realize that I'm showing with my finger and blocking at the same time, but I hope you get the idea. WP2 had a snap, I think. That was a bit sideways from him in the mirror. And then fill is amount of energy I need to add at the pit stop if I box this lap to make it till the end of the race. Ratio is just the fuel ratio. And the end, to be honest, I don't know what the end is. I think how much of something I will still have provisionally in the end of the race, but I don't really know. That track limit is annoying. The energy is orange for me. I know that the camera colors are maybe a bit skewed, but that's the best I can do. Hello, Ruben. The in-game Coach Dave setup here is drivable, it's solid. I have had a complaint with CDA in-game setups before. I think or maybe it's still the default CDA for Peugeot 24 car with the wing at Spa. That one is literally a second and a half of pace. It's just not working. I don't know what happened there. Maybe they uploaded the wrong file. But it's utterly useless. It's nice to drive, but it's super slow. No track limits there. Okay. This ABS after update is so good. Not exactly sure what's the change overall, but like the frequency of it has been increased, so it's more effective now. It induces less of micro locking up, and it's really useful now. Like, still not good to go very deep into it, but it just... It's much better than before. Before you really need to avoid it, kind of. But now it's useful in part of the turn entry. And you can still feel it. Like in the FFB and so on. I wish this ABS feeling was present in FFB in other sims. Just about saves my rear. Right, so 3 laps to go. I will need around 30% energy. I see I'm covering the strategy window from the default HUD, but it says 33% VE required. I don't quite understand that. Well, I guess that's the racing line then. Is it getting a bit more wet again? think it's still possible to cut the curbs more in the wet compared to dry, even though that has supposedly been patched at some point. And maybe P2 had a bit of a wet setup going. Rain stops. Because suddenly I'm fast now. I'm not really setting personal bests, but it's dropping off. Ah, now it's a yellow. Copy. I mean, that was pretty obnoxious cut. This race would be super interesting if there was natural progression of the real road, of the wetness from quali to race. Then we would be on slicks now. Somebody's unhappy with the pit stop, oh no. In-game still keeps saying 33% required. Why? I think it's gonna be just... it is 4 more laps. I mean, yeah, that's why I need 20... Okay, well... If we take 7.3 times 4... Alright, 33 is safe. Yeah, I mostly follow the tiny pedal calculations, never really look at in-game. Ooh, the P2 has stop and go. Oh, poor man. Yeah, let's not speed into the pits now. So, well, no need to risk any further by taking less energy, so let's just stick to 33. Box, box, box. Very safe. There we go. About WEC Experience Championship, I don't plan it at the moment, no. I will do this one, the 4 races in LMU GT3 fixed. And well, I have the VMS Pro Championship, right, so... I'll be doing prep for that. So no need for extra hypercars or anything. Track is damp now. Well, I mean, 3 laps to go. Nonsense to even think of switching to slicks. I will be most likely as well doing this Saturday, because on Sunday we have VMS, but on Saturday we have here in LMU the weekly event with 62 GT3s at Spa, 2.4 hours of Spa. That's gonna be a really nice event, and I wished I would do it, so I will do it, even though I should maybe be practicing for VMS for Sunday. But it's gonna be a nice race. Actually, it's gonna be a debut for Rafa Esports liveries. I'm just not sure what car to take. Probably Lexus. Not sure how the BOP is. But yeah, VMS will return this Sunday, and then we have every 2 weeks a race until middle of August, where it ends up with 2.4 hours of Le Mans. Hi Reise. Yeah, I mean 2.4 hours, but it's not gonna be 37 outside anymore, because here I will do it on Saturday at the 18 UTC or 20 European time spot or slot. Actually, I'm decently fine with temperatures now that I have this nice bowl of frozen blocks of that stuff that goes into insulated cool bags, you know, like I don't know what's it called in English. But it's blowing a nicely chilled air through the fan into my side. The P2 Porsche, or well, the pole position guy, is gonna be quite unhappy. He's gold too, you know, like he's gonna lose a lot of rating here. I'm gold 1 still in DR. Yeah, dry ice, you know, that's a good idea. But if it was simple to get it. I was also thinking of those water dispensers that they use like in restaurants with outside tables where it's hot and it's constantly dispersing a nice mist of water, cold water. And that is probably not the best thing for all the electronics I have here, so I also had a great look at the portable AC, but it's all like 200 euros plus, I don't know. At this point in time, I'm happy to be sweating quite hard a couple of times per week when I stream. So indeed the game calculation trolled me, and now I have a lap extra energy and fuel. Anyway, it doesn't really matter at this point. A cooling vest, yeah, I thought of that as well, but I'm gonna look at it just for the sake of it. Not sure how much those things cost. I mean, those bucket seats from some companies like Eau Rouge, I think, they are very expensive, but they have inbuilt ventilation. And I tried it on Sim Expo some time ago, and that thing really feels very, very good. But then again, it's more expensive than a portable air conditioning, so I don't know. One day maybe. Get the wife to fan me. I mean, I have a fan here, but I need a cold fan. Like I need to produce some coldness from somewhere somehow. Whoopsie. Here goes the fastest lap attempt into the bin, but anyway, gonna be a nice win. Get Rafa a fan. Well, get a Rafa fan. Okay. Wait, what? Ah, okay. I take back my accusation of the game. It gave me the exact correct fuel. I keep forgetting that Why does it happen every time? If there is LMP2s and GT3s and I drive a GT3, I forget that it's extra lap because it's the LMP2 that take the checkered flag. I keep forgetting about it. I do see that I'm the only one that got blessed with extra lap. I don't really want it because in 2 minutes I need to be registered for the next race. Oops. Where is my cut track? Yeah, today I will have a look. I mean, at the same time, I should stop complaining we don't have 40 Celsius here. And I should be physically able to withstand this temperature, so... Right, brake, 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 brake. Come on. Exit. Load fast menu. Daily races. LMGT3 fixed. Still time. Nice. I'm gonna take the Ford. Register. Let's go. Oof. Now check the results. Ah, that was fun. Okay, this is the... Wait, what? Why is it splitting it like that? Ah, all good. Plus 1.9. Only 1.9, like we had this poor... Where is he? Poor man. Gold 2. Only 2 down errors. Okay. Not too bad. LMGT3 fixed. It's gonna be quite close from this one to the championship race as well, but I did some laps before, so should be all fine. And a bit of rain for this one as well. Yeah, I hope I'm not doomed too much with the Ford here. I heard that people are complaining about the Ford. I like the car though, so I've not raced it either on the new tire model. And I don't have a livery for it, so I'm gonna check how it is here. Ford is cooked. Copy. Okay, let's see. It's wet track as well. So let's take the wet tires. But yeah, later on it's gonna be the Lexus for the LMGT3 Fixed Championship. I hope it's not bad at Bahrain. Although it probably is not the best, because Bahrain is a lot about traction and the braking zones. And usually in traction zones the rear-engined cars or like mid-engined cars are best. Anyway, let's see how it all goes. I do have a little bit of driver BOP or like driver boost anytime I drive the Mustang. For some reason it's always a very fun experience and like easy win while I struggle with other cars. So maybe I'm not that cooked, but let's see. It handles really well, you know. Živjo, Jasko. Hvala, hvala. Yeah, Lexus is for sure a weird car. Like it's not a standard front-engined car in the corners. It feels different somehow. It snaps the rear like it's mid-engined into those medium speed entries or high speed. This is really great fun to drive. I don't know, I prefer driving this compared to the Porsche still. Even though the Porsche is nice, but this is great. Let me change my mind when I get out qualified by a Porsche by 1.5 seconds. How do I like the Porsche wheel? It's really good, like the screen is really great quality. I really like the double clutch and shifters and the additional shifter at the back, at the top. Let me take a bit less fuel. Drive. I mean, I do have a couple of complaints though. I mean, I complained on stream many times, but like this handle on the right side, disintegrated completely once. I needed to send it back for repairs, for remolding, and now it's good. And then some days ago, this rocker shifter on the left side stopped working. Like I need to press it very hard to make it click. This thing here is clicking automatically sometimes, so I needed to unassign it. And a bit of carbon fiber there at the top is flaking off, but well, apart from these little issues, it's a really good wheel. I like the weight distribution of it. Like it's very heavy, but it's still very agile as the weight is centered in the middle, so it feels very responsive. Yeah, the brake bias always needs to go a bit to the rear for the wet. This is the only car that can take that apex curve without fully destroying the balance. How long I had it? So I won this wheel for winning the Sim Formula Europe 1 year and a half ago. So then I think I received it actually as it got shipped to me March, April last year maybe? I think it was March. And then I had to send it back for repairs around a year ago. But I mean, I've been abusing it quite a lot. I mean, abusing, like I'm let's say probably driving more than any other owner of this wheel. I'm gonna just about to run out of time for extra lap. Oh dear. Unless I do a crazy PB. Here goes a Ferrari, Mr. Barrier. I mean, I'm setting purple sectors here, so how cooked can the Mustang be? Ah, this corner. Already failed it from the start of braking zone. People are stealing my purple sectors. Come on. Okay, at least provisional pole. Ah, had half a second more in it. Let's see what others do. Oh, that's close. P3, P4. Up. Okay, yeah, it's 12. I thought it's 11. Barrier P1, McLaren P2. Alright. Well, if I finish P3 in Quali, that's fine. I don't even know about the warranty Redex. How much hours weekly? Oof. I mean, I've been streaming more or less since I got it, and on average I've been streaming 2 times per week. Apart from that, I've been driving also for setup development and so on. Of course, racing. Let's say, I don't know, 15 hours per week on average, 10, 15 of just driving. Probably. Could be, I mean, it was more than 15 when we were preparing for races, and it was less than 10 on many weeks when I didn't really have much to race for. Ended up with 9 ABS. Makes sense, you know. Right. So it's still wet, it's raining, so it's automatically taking new wets, okay. How much fuel do I even need? Uh, 10 laps, just... It's gonna be 10 laps, yeah. Could it be a lap more? No, no way. I think it's fine. In 11 laps. 3, 2, 1. Esports clicks. Hey Moto. Yeah, heat is... I mean, heat is not great, right? It's not too bad. But again, I put like a bowl of these freezing elements from the freezer next, like beyond my fan here, so it's kind of cooling slightly chiller air than it would be normally. So actually I'm feeling quite good now. Anyway, here we go. Glad I'm on the inside. And the Lambo had a great launch. Is it because the right side is less wet? Oh, nice dive. Interesting battle. What? I don't understand what's going on, but Oy, ay, 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 ay. Is the car straight? Kind of. Yeah, there is nothing worth repairing. Oh dear. I mean, you know, if you're not taking early apex or like early entry going into the last corner, while you're side by side, you have great chances of colliding with the car on the left, but barrier was coming from quite far back, I think. But I will reserve my judgment for the replays. But that wasn't the nicest thing. Well, still alive, still racing. He does same things in ACC, copy. You know, it's quite a feat to spin around a Ford. With a tiny car like Ferrari. Quite a good job, you know. Not sure if I'm having a bit of damage here, like actual damage. The LMU tends to be displaying damage sometimes, but it doesn't really destroy the performance. But maybe I have some more drag now. that dry section under the bridge is dangerous. .5 of pace. Well, P9. He was an update behind. I see. It's still slightly wet, but I think the tires are starting to overheat. Annoying understeer from the moment I hit the throttle. Yeah, Jake, I mean, classic RF2 damage, but it wasn't really a big hit. When I say classic RF2 damage, it's like classic damage as it's programmed on the official content. You have seen me drive the historic, like the Formula 1 car, the 1967 one. 30 kph into a wall, it completely destroyed the car. Don't look at my brake trace. It's terrible. This one was fine. It was a bit of a weird move, but it worked out. And that's a BMW without a rear wing. And that's an unhappy BMW diving from I don't know where. Well, he surely had some guts to try to dive bomb a Mustang. I left him space, kind of. Right, I would like a top 5 here. I think the pace is sufficient. Bonjour, Pierre. I mean, it was a mega dive bump, for sure. Although it's kind of a corner where you can kind of expect. But it felt like he was a bit unhappy with me sticking my front into the apex at the last corner, although that was not a big deal, I don't know. The tires will be absolutely screaming towards the end of the race. What's going on there? And the McLaren, or rather the Ferrari, has much better traction. But maybe P4 is possible if I do this overtake quickly. Should have stayed in second. Yeah, the third is way too long. I tried. Oof. Just cannot put the power down. and I cannot make that exit. Well, it's gonna be a fight for P5. I think P4 is gonna be way too far. All right. Wait. Uh-oh. Not all right. Let me do something with the PC. Like it snaps very early, like very late. Like early it's a lot, but then it just snaps at some point. Marquis, it's 60 Hz I think for the camera. Yeah, it's 4K or well 1440p, I don't know, I forget what is the exact resolution naming, but 1440p at 60 Hz. Like the camera has bigger resolution than the output compared to the monitor. The monitor is 1080p vertical. My tiny pedal, like the calculation here was confused, like it was displaying 1.0 I think. Now it updated to one more lap, but all good. Yeah, the tires are burning 80 Celsius. Difficult. It's a shame, it would have been a good fight I think for the podium positions. P1, P2 are doing a great job there at staying together. And it felt like I had the same pace as they at the start. Although maybe they would have pulled away at some point. Hi Pran, thank you. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Let's see how many of other fellow esporters sign up. Yeah, double barrier, way too early. Anyway, one lap to go. Nothing remaining of the front. Thank you, Zoki. Greetings to him as well. Right, we will have like 4 or 5 minutes to check the barrier replay. And then I need to quickly go to the GT3 fixed server. Yeah, probably I will not get much of practice in. We have 2 in GT3 fixed, okay. I don't know how exactly it works, or if it's maybe tied to the fact that it keeps unregistering people. And then they register with whatever, without double checking in Discord. Anyway, that's a P5. Let's quickly check the barrier. It was a good fight in lap 1. I thought of a 3 wide at some point, but it just isn't worth it. I mean, like, what? Yeah, my line is surely very risky, but at the same time, like, what is he doing? Like, he sees me. I'm there, like I'm there. He sees me in the radar. He just keeps turning. Amazing. Could be worse. I mean, I was slightly. I could do more to prevent it, you know. Like, I slightly got lost on my position on track. I thought I was maybe 50 meters earlier on the apex, or like the entry apex, like this wall there is still coming. But yeah, like, he chopped across, so... Oh well. Happens. Wait, this guy had a bit of an off at some point, right? Ooh! What? Is that a Lambo thing? Yeah, I don't have experience of GT3 is doing stuff like this. Although I have not driven most of them around here yet. Anyway, let's find the LMGT3 fixed server. Why am I on this screen now? This is not right. Event history. Minus 2.7. Okay. Gonna take that. Right, so. On to Bahrain. Okay, I think I've done laps like that. Like I did some runs before. I think it shouldn't be too bad. Does it make sense to join practice 1 minute in advance? Probably not. I'm just trying to find the standings. Yeah, I'm still not there. I don't know. Dan and Andy are working hard on getting the points back. But they have not caught up yet, I suppose. But I'm supposed to be number 1 there, because I won round 1. Oh well. 6 gold people there. That's nice to see. Wait, did I saw barrier as well? Again. No, I was mixing things up in my head. Right. Let's join. And the MVP, indeed. Wait, what is that crown number 2? I need to update myself with the YouTube stuff. Not sure if you guys see that as well, like in the chat. I don't know. Anyway, so it's fixed, but I'm gonna do 5, 6, 7. I will do 1 right click of pedal force and brake bias like that. I will take 6 ABS. I need to remember there is limited amount of tires. Oh, that's bright. Why is LMU still doing that? That's really bright. Where are you? Vehicle brand editor import from LMU. Okay, save. And now we have all the vehicle logos, which is nice. Bag of bugs. Well, it's funny how they said today in Discord that they have made that hotfix for Logitech G Hub, and that alone will have fixed 80% of all the reported crashes. And it's funny because I've never had issues with that, because my issues came in R Factor 2, because the G Hub completely stole my RF2 FFB, but not LMU FFB. So I had to revert back to a very old build of G Hub, which I use for the headset, for the mouse lighting, and for this camera. It takes like 2 laps for sure to get tires up to temp. I've heard that it still is better in Quali to go crazy on the inputs to hit up the tires. And then do like a single hot lap. Or maybe double. Rather than just driving for 4 or 5 laps to get tires up to temp and then push. Where is everyone on track? Like, why am I alone here? Is everyone in the... Ah, because this set of tires is gonna be used in Quali as well. I see. Well, let me then... Actually, I want to practice the pit entry. Blue screen of death because of... and yeah, okay. Unlucky. I mean, that's really a great thing, right? If you fix one bug and it solves majority of crashes. Yeah, we have 6 tires here. But I need to get a little bit of feeling for the car again. So I don't mind pushing a bit. Although, does that count for practice as well? The limited sets? We will see. There we go. 10-minute quali. Why is it... It's too long of a quali session, you know. Why would you make 10-minute quali if there is not enough tires for 10 minutes? What's going on with the grid? What is that? Okay. It's so bright again. Hope it's fine on the stream. It looks decent on the preview. It still says 2 new tires. I don't know. I'm confused. So it indeed doesn't take anywhere from practice session. I mean, I understand that there is only 6 new tires, but I don't understand why most of the grid was in the pits. Why are people still in the pits? I mean, it's not gonna show anyone on track because it's private session, but I'm confused. Or maybe people are just going for like 2 out laps one hot lap and that's it. Yeah, at round 1 I did... I remember I did run mixed set. And for here, for sure we are taking 2 new tires on the left side. I think at Kota, well, it was Kota National, but I took fuel for 6 laps, and the 6th lap was already way too slow. But that's the best car I ever driven into that turn 11, double left hairpin. It's just so pleasant on the rotation. Okay, well, the Formula Sim racing car in RF2 rotated even better, but that's fine. Živijo Urban, FOV je 26. Right, the tires are up to temp. Let's see what we can do. I mean, tires are not really up to temp, but should be sufficient. Okay, where is all the beautiful rotation? Nope. Oh dear. Not great for my tire wear. Oh, that's gonna be way off pace. P13. Okay. Hope I can find half a second more. Come on. All right. I'm happy with that. I don't think I can improve. Okay, P10. Erchan in P11 with the other Lexus. The Lambos are doing so well. Well, at Kota we got P5 and then fought back into the lead. Not sure what we can do from P10 here, but it's kind of a Lambo fest. Alright. Let's set the fuel. I think it's like that. Dober večer, Fabio. Jan, it's round 2 of 4. This is a slow, like shorter championship because it's going till the big 1.0 update of LMU, which happens on 22nd of July. Well, the FOV is like it should be. I think this is the most geometrically correct thing I can do. You need to turn on the heating in Scotland. Well, send me a little bit of the cold here. So round 1 I actually won. Was a brilliant race 1 week ago. Really enjoyed it. So we do it like this now. Fresh tires on the left, old on the right. Although I could as well try new on the... Wait, can I do... If I do this, can I... Ah, it's tight per tire, I cannot switch around. Unlucky. Bahrain honk is still keeping. What else can we do here? I think all is fine. 12 Celsius. Wow. That's quite something. Yeah, we are still in Quali. People still on the laps or what? I mean, I did end with 1 minute to go, so that's understandable. Nice replay. Let me check how my cooling elements are doing. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot of condensation. Still quite frozen, but already a bit liquid, so let me put that back into its place, behind the fan. I have like whole composition behind there. I hope it just doesn't suddenly crash in the middle of a corner. That would be scary. My throttle overlapping when taking brakes. Is it overlapping? Maybe it's just quali pushing, I don't know. I-spec for joints. I mean, I don't know about what do you mean by joints, but we use it to keep the blueberries nicely cold when driving far away. Ah, those kind of joints. Copy. Yeah, I'm still having to update quite a bit of my vocabulary, so I mean, actually we do use it for any kind of, like when head gets hit to the wall, or like when kicking into the chair by mistake, we pull that out of the freezer and put like a wrap or a towel around it, and then it's cooling. Let's not forget to click start driving here. Just double check if the fuel is fine. Fuel is indeed fine, tires are fine. Let's actually see if I get correct tires here. Would you believe it? No more bugs. Although, why is it 94, 93? It was 96, 95 in the menu. I mean, 2%, how bad can it be? I will not complain. IRL. Well, Dream Car IRL, I mean, it changes from year to year, but if I have to choose one now, it would be the Porsche Carrera GT. Although I don't want to die yet, so I don't know how much I would be racing it. Anyway, let it be a good one. Well, I'm going for the apex. Good luck, everyone. 4 wide, oh no. Illegal overtake? No, illegal pass, of course. Which of the 4 do I have to let through? Oof. P6, let's go. Yeah, don't do that. I'm glad I went for that turn 1 apex. I think I would be involved in all that mess behind more than I already was. Okay. Yeah, like going into turn 1 apex here, if you take the apex, it's gonna be 100% an incident. if you like if you're going into a tight gap at the start, but I felt like I have to do it, otherwise somebody else will. Now let's get eaten alive by all the faster cars. Server still lagging a bit or what? It was lagging weirdly at round 1 at Kota. I think I was quite clean, no? Like I was the cleanest of the bunch. I was just trying to survive. But indeed, what's happening in the chat? Like, what are all those crowns and the numbers? Like, I don't quite understand. Not sure if you all see it. No, right tires are fine. We only got 2 fresh tires remaining after Quali, and I put them on the left side. A bit of a touchy. That's gonna be fun into turn 1. This curb hopping, I remember that from RF2. Ah, not great. But maybe better to be slightly more distanced from what's going on ahead. Oof. And Donowski enjoying his life. And the BMW is very fast on the straights, right? Used to be like that at Kota. it's a Porsche. A Porsche is great in quali, but then drops off. Yeah, Leiden is gone, I think. Off to catching on the nose-key for the win. But we need to get that Porsche very soon. TC 567. Although it feels a bit too restrictive in traction zones, but still a bit too lenient in some other corners. Yeah, I think on 9 I was just understeering a bit too much. But it's kind of a personal preference, I think. But it needs to yet be properly tested. Yellow flag, or what? Ah, I see. And the Lexus is so nice at getting the front into the apex at low speed. but it struggles in this fast S. I always drop back a bit and then I cannot make a run for P5. Best GT3 over a race? Great question. I don't know really. I think Aston is pretty decent in very hot conditions. That's wide. But at Kota, it was funny because the Porsche was fast in Quali and then started dropping, and the Lambo was fast in Quali and started dropping pace. But BMW seemed fast later on in the race as well. And well, I won it last week, so kind of feels like front-engined cars are maybe a bit better. Although the McLaren is also quite nice in the long run. But not that easy to control. The Porsche is starting to Porsche. I mean, there is a safety car parked at the end or the start of every pit lane, but yeah, it's never used during a race. I mean, in RF2 code it's possible. In LMU code I don't know if it's been copy-pasted or not, or if they are implementing a different one. But obviously we want the full World Endurance Championship and 24 hours of Le Mans experience here with all the details. Donowski 4/10 faster. I think the gap is 3/4 on pace. Too late on the brakes. Feels like just in that entry alone I lose like 2/10. I think this is not bad, I don't know. I think it's quite reasonable now. We have to use it quite heavily. But it's, yeah, I don't fully understand it yet, to be honest. While the in-game server chat always raging. Slipstream. Thank you. No, it's Lexus. I mean, Lexus is not that thirsty. The fuel ratio is just... Ah, if you're watching at the energy, I started with 95%. Because that's fine for full push. I think most others just decrease the fuel ratio. But I kept the fuel ratio the same. And rather increase the energy to get easier calculation. Pedals telemetry, it's the tiny pedal overlay. And I'm showing the filtered throttle trace so you can see traction control at work. I love how the Lexus can carry so much speed into the apex. Thank you, Universe. Maybe the camera exposure is slightly too high, but it's actually very bright now. So let's see what P1 and P2 are doing. 0.2, 0.3. 0.6 for the Lexus. Lexus is a bit off on track like this, but that's understandable and as expected. Less traction because the engine is not on the rear tires and so on. LEDs of this wheel, of these LEDs you mean, sorry, utility of the LEDs that are on the monitor you mean? If you mean that, it's showing the slip angle of the front tires. Well, I do have cockpit position so far forward that I don't see the actual virtual cockpit lights that show slip and so on. But I mean, again, it's I didn't find that good of use for them. There goes the Porsche. Like they are just a bit too far from my peripheral vision. I haven't burnt energy. I started with less because not full tank needed. Switch back, let's go. Is it 2 for 1? It is 2 for 1, but not in the way that I wanted. I think I was on the curb, I was kind of squeezed. Was that on me? Like I took the apex. I think I slowed down sufficiently, but at some point I couldn't do anything anymore, I was just saving my car. Ooh. Yeah, probably a racing incident. I wanted a clean double switchback, but I mean, I guess content is content. Yeah, second gear. Cool down the rears. I got crashed from behind. Ay. Well, the fight continues because my rears were a bit too hot. Now I'm thinking, why did I downshift to second gear there on that lap? Anyway, I think I should have the pace to get the P3 back. Just a little bit of understeer begins on that entry, and normally in RF2 you would just downshift to second for a bit more rotation, but here if you do it you can be done on some cars. Just better to coast safely in higher gear. That was Simbego, right? The Lambo that had the incident with me. Ah, poor man. Hope he didn't lose too much. Too late on the brakes. Nerves from hard racing. Yeah, I mean, I guess a little bit of nerves as well. Even though I should be having diamond nerves for esports. But this is not esports, so... Or is it? I mean, it is esports, right? We are doing sports online. Just for no prize pool. Might as well be esports. Right, I need to regroup in my brain. I should have the speed required. Fuel is just about fine. Daytona or Long Beach, I mean, they let us know that IMSA license is not really on any short-term plan. But maybe in 2 or 3 years, who knows. It's really good that LMU Future now looks safe for at least 2 or 3 years, or, well, actually, looking at the player numbers, it looks safe for a long-term future. It just won't turn, come on! That's the worst corner for me. And it's not even wearing the most on the front, so I don't know. It's a bit of a shame because I prefer IMSA tracks than, like, I mean, the European tracks are great, but I have done so many laps on them that I would like a little bit more of American style tracks. Daytona would be so good. And then we could do oval with the Vanval. Look at that Porsche though, like, that's some great pace. Five manufacturers in top 5, yeah, that's true. Yeah, BOP is decent, you know. I'm just happy that people from behind are not pushing me. Begovic P8. Okay, so he didn't lose that much from our little bump. Who said Nordschleife? I don't remember that, although I hope you're right, you know. I mean, you need a license anyway, right? You need a license from Nordschleife to get Nordschleife. Although that shouldn't really be an issue, and probably... I mean, we have Nordschleife in RF2, so the company has the license already. But maybe ACO and WEC are not happy to have their cars raced at Nordschleife instead of the actual WEC tracks. I don't know. Wouldn't make sense, but we have seen weirder things. Right, so that Porsche is now the quickest on track. It just woke up. Crazy. Wake on Nordschleife confirmed. Would be quite something. I mean, if you deploy all the logic, you know, it could happen, but you know what that would mean? It would mean like 50 million euro investment on Nordschleife to make it FAA top grade track. Many excavators leveling the track to make room for runoff zones and so on. Nerd GP, I mean, could be better, could be worse. That sector 1 at the GP track is a bit depressing. Well, if you want to meet the biggest hater of Nordschleife in the world, you will be able to meet Mr. Michi Hoyer. Yeah, top 3 are gone. And everybody behind me is gone. Hopefully soon Andy and Dan will re-add my round 1 result to the standings. And then let's see how close it is. I think it was, I won round 1 and Leiden was P2, I think. But the point system is, I don't know, difficult to calculate. It depends on the elo and so on of everyone. Yeah, I think NERP GP before the update 20 years ago was pretty nice. I mean, for racing and for battles it's pretty clever what they have done with it. But just for driving it's a bit depressing. Free to go. Timothy is still putting in 1.1s. I didn't really benefit from tire wear advantage like I did at Kota. So the next 2 tracks I think are Sebring at Portimao. Let's see how the car works there. I keep doing this stupid brake trace. Like braking, letting go, thinking I'm gonna run off, increasing the pressure again. Oh, that was fine. Well, Portimao should be good for Lexus then, I think. Because it's good on braking zones and like making the front take the apex, and I think there is quite a bit of that at Portimao. I just hope that the default setup is good. For the time being, we are half a second off pace. My brake trace, oh dear. Just maxed out fully into ABS. I cannot reprogram my left foot. Requesting pit stop. Going into the last lap. Well, thank you, LMU. It won't stop requesting. Well, about Hockenheim, it's still requesting, come on. Well, let it be requested. I have big how to put it into words. Actually, I forgot a certain word in English. What's the word for it? Well, basically, I really want the old Hockenheim back. I want to race there like a top level. And it's possible only in sim racing. But we don't have a good model for it. I mean, we have some decent layouts in different sims. But nobody's just gonna spend a lot of resources to make a proper one. But racing around there would be so good. It's certain. Why would I need to stop? Well, don't kill me in the last lap, thank you. I mean, not necessarily laser scanned, but just like, I don't know, like the quality that we expect from the modern sims, you know, like this track here. You don't need to laser scan it, it just has to be believable enough and beautiful enough. Anyway, across the line in P4. I don't know, could have a battle for P3 if I stayed ahead of the Porsche. The Porsche really struggled at the start, but then just went faster and faster. Maybe I also got a bit of damage from that bonk. Oh well. Lexus from P11? Or from P10? P10 to P4, I'm gonna take it. I mean, it felt nice anyway. Just lacked a bit of pace. So let's judge myself and everyone else. I think it was a good idea to go fully to right. And then I was like, look at the gap, like such a nice gap, but these three are gonna go for the apex, so what can I do? And then I was like, let's go for it. And there is space for 4 cars, you know. This one is the worst. And then he told me, illegal overtake, let somebody through. Like, who of them 3 was the one that was illegally overtaken, you know? I mean, just racing incident here. And then the Lambo had interesting thoughts. Ah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're racing flat out against somebody else who is off track as well, yeah, that cannot end well. Ah, that was Jack. Jack, why do you dive me like that? Bonk. Bonk. Ow. Not too great. This was top split. Indeed. Right, then we had some laps of nothing, and then it all kicked off. Okay, I passed Watts on the straight without any drama. And then I think was that was the one, yeah. Like, I could have turned in a bit earlier, get even better apex and better switchback, and then I would be just a little bit more ahead. But I was, yeah, I mean, I don't think I can be blamed here. Like, you could say that Begovic squeezed me, but not really, because this is still, like, we are racing here every lap, so this is kind of part of racetrack, right? But yeah, he did just squeezed me a little bit too much, and then the Lexus moment started, and it's very difficult to catch the rear. And I counter-steered, and in the process, I hit him. Yeah, I don't know. Almost catch it. Or almost caught it, but then had the pendulum going. And then that's the worst, when you almost catch it, but then it goes for another half a round. Oh well. And then, instead of calming down, I downshifted to second. Come on, like, why am I downshifting to second here? No need for it. I was understeering a bit, but downshift will not help on these tires. It was a nice catch anyway. And then I thought I can have a go at him. Lexus traction versus Porsche traction. And I was leaving space like I would in real life, where they are not taking the curb. Yeah, I lost it out there. And then a bit of a bonk from behind, so my whole apex was a bit compromised maybe, but nah, I didn't have a chance anyway. Now the P3 guy had good pace. And that was it for the race. Okay, well, have to accept it. Missed on the podium, but it went much better than it should have gone. For the rank, plus 2.5. Okay. Where did Erchan DNF? Poor man. Okay. Let's see if there is like standings for GT3 championship standings. So how does this work now? Like, we have not had added, like, this is properly broken. We either have round 1 or round 2 results. Or is it already subtracting the worst result out of it? I don't know. Let's let them fix it. Well, that will do it for tonight. I am looking forward to the Spa 2.4-hour race. Is it already in the system? Weekly. Is there some rain? No rain. Unlucky. Okay. Should Spa be good for Lexus? Maybe. Need to check it out. Anyway, I'll do this one on Saturday at 8 or 6 UTC. Hopefully it's gonna be fun with, well, it's gonna be 62 cars, right? Yeah. That's gonna be nice. Until then, guys, have a nice evening. Bye. Bye.